advised that everything in my video is purely for entertainment purposes. These are purely my thoughts and opinions and are subjective. I must advise you to please do your own research. All media used was found on the public domain and are fair use and fair dealings. There is a comical element to everything I say. Do not take it personally.
YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I don't know what is going on over there in that camp, that PR team. I don't know what that PR team is doing, but in light of the fact that we have this major pandemic sweeping the globe right now, you would think that they would, chill out, sit back, carry on delivering 6 meals a day every 3 days or whatever the hell it is. You'd think that they would take some time to be humble and accept that it's not all about them. But oh no, me again. Meghan and Harry and me again, Meghan can't do that. They have literally gotten their PR team to reach out to 4 British tabloids that I read a lot. They're perfectly good publications, there's nothing wrong with them, and they just innocently report on what the hell is going on, as they do. That's their job. So they've hit out at these 4 tabloids, and they've basically said that they will not be corresponding with them. Any questions or inquiries by these papers will not be responded to. Now, you would think for a couple that wants to be left alone and wants to have a private life would literally be like, right, we're not going to respond to these publications, and that can be a private decision. You don't have to out and out tell someone you're not talking to them. You just simply show them, I'm not talking to you, I'm not corresponding with you. And this is very normal in media relations anyway. You get a lot of people who instruct their PR team to just not respond to certain people. It happens in the blogging space as well. It's like going for a job interview. Some jobs you don't get a response. You don't get a direct rejection letter. I think that's the word I'm looking for. There's no direct rejection. It's just you wasn't a fit or it didn't work out. So they could have done that. They could have gone down that road, but instead they've gone down this really, and this is really in bad taste. And this is where it gets very serious for me. And to have them doing this at a time like this, I just think it's really in bad taste. So they've basically hit out at these 4 publications, which is the Daily Mail, the Sun, the Daily Mirror, Daily Express, and their Sunday counterparts. And they've said that they will no longer be responding to any inquiries. And this is the letter in full. And I just think that this is really tragic for them, because they do need publicity, and without publicity, how are they going to function? But I'm going to start now with the letter. As the Duke and Duchess of Sussex now settle into the next chapter of their lives and no longer receive any publicly funded support, we are writing to set a new media relations policy, specifically as it pertains to your organisation. Okay, anyway, carry on. Like you, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex believe that a free press is a cornerstone to any democracy, particularly in moments of crisis. At its best, this free press shines light on dark places, telling stories that would otherwise go untold, standing up for what's right, challenging power, and holding those who abuse the system to account. Well, Meghan and Harry, I think you're abusing the press now. Who sends a letter to the press like this? Who sends a letter like this to the press and is not abusing the press because they know that the press is going to do nothing but run the story? And let's face it, I believe partly they done this to ruin the Queen's birthday. If you send a letter like this out to the press, they know 110% everyone's going to react to it tomorrow and be talking about it tomorrow. So they done this to eclipse the Queen's special day, which is a really nasty, spiteful, low down thing to do. I just wanted to make sure that she just had that celebration and birthday wishes from me. You couldn't find a worse grandchild than Harry, really, could you? You really couldn't. I mean, I'm struggling to think of a point in history where there was a grandchild directly doing this to their grandmother, who's already under so much stress. Like, it's beggars belief. I can't believe it, personally. I really can't. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. It has been said that journalism's first obligation is to the truth. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex agree wholeheartedly. It is gravely concerning that an influential slice of the media over many years has sought to insulate themselves from taking accountability for what they say or print, even when they know it to be distorted, false, or invasive beyond reason. When power is enjoyed without responsibility, the trust we all place in this much needed industry is degraded. The only abuse of power is you guys. Meghan and Harry are abusing their power because they know the impact that this letter is going to have. They know the impact this letter is going to have on the rest of the royal family, and they know that they're stealing headlines. They knew that they was going to get headlines. They actually made it to my box, my TV set, and this is for the first time in a very long while since they left. So they knew that they was going to grab the headlines off of the people who actually need those headlines, like National Health Service workers. Anyway, I'm going to carry on because I'm so appalled by this pair that I may as well finish up the video. There is a real human cost to this way of doing business, and it affects every cornerstone of society. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have watched people they know, as well as complete strangers, have their lives completely pulled apart for no good reason other than the fact that salacious gossip boosts advertising revenue. With that said, please note that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will not be engaging with your outlet. There will be no cooperation and zero engagement. Oh, come on, really? Do they think that they're someone really talented? This is also a policy being instated for their communications team in order to protect that team from the side of the industry that readers never see. This policy is not about avoiding criticism. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's not about shutting down public conversation or censoring accurate reporting. Media have every right to report on and indeed have an opinion on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Yes, we all do, and it's not a very great one. Good or bad? It's very bad. Meghan and Harry, it's bad, but it can't be based on a lie. They also want to be very clear. This is not in any way a blanket policy for all media. I think that you pretty much should just extend it to all media, Meghan and Harry, at this point, because, you know, you all you do is negative things, and the only thing the media can do, any media can do, is really just highlight how negative you guys are. Carries on. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are looking forward to working with journalists and media organisations all over the world, engaging with grassroots media, regional and local media, and young and upcoming journalists. Shady. What are you trying to say? That the people that run the Daily Mail and the Daily Mirror are old farts? Or what are you trying to say? To spotlight issues and causes that so desperately need acknowledging. You really care about issues and causes, Meghan and Harry. You run the streets for a couple of days, deliver 6 boxes of home cooked food, and then you release this. Have they not realised that there's other things that are just way more important than them going on? Are they sleeping under a rock? What is going on? And just to finish it off here, and they look forward to doing whatever they can to help further opportunities for more diverse and underrepresented voices who are needed now more than ever. What they won't do is offer themselves up as currency for an economy of clickbait and distortion. We are encouraged that this new approach will be heard and respected. Well, you definitely knew you'd be heard. Will you be respected? Very unlikely. I think you've dropped quite a few notches in a lot of people's books. There's also a famous judge. He's a celebrity judge. He's kind of similar to Judge Judy. So we have a judge called Judge Rinder, and he was an avid Meghan and Harry fan. He was defending them against Piers Morgan. He was riding hard for them. I really like Judge Rinder. I find him funny. I find him witty. He's very intelligent. He's highly perceptive. But he's actually turned on them. And he himself is even disgusted by the fact that they've basically used their ongoing feud with the media as a way to get clout. He thinks that it's in bad taste. He thinks that he's now no longer a fan, basically. So this is what he had to say about them. I'm afraid to say it's harder to think of a more clear articulation. A split between a generation that is me, enough about me, what do you think of me, ? Where you accidentally use the press when you want them, but get rid of them when you don't. He's kind of changed his perception, and he's a very intelligent guy, he's a very logical guy, and he's seen it for what it is. A lot of people have been fooled by Meghan and Harry. Even over here in the UK, we still have a lot of people that have fallen under their spell, so to speak, to believe that they're the victims, that it's all been an accident, that they're being picked on, that it's racism, and the press have been unfair, and everything that's happened to Meghan and Harry, everything that's said about Meghan and Harry, they deserve it. Harry is spoilt, he's bratty. Meghan is very spoilt and entitled, calculated, and she comes across as very manipulative. So that's all I'm going to say on this. I'm going to conclude this video. They think that they can censor what people say about them, and it's kind of like a very weird, kind of strange, delusional kind of, it looks strange to me, and I think everyone else can see this. How can you control the media? They almost seem they censored their comments on Instagram because it was all negative, and people was just literally voicing what they really think of them. Is everybody wrong? How can millions of people be wrong and only 2 people be right? We are saying the truth, but you're refusing to look into the mirror, Meghan and Harry. So unfortunately for you guys, the bad negative criticism has only gotten worse. You've only added fuel to the fire. The logs are only going to burn a lot more. And that's literally it. So yeah, I'll be back with probably 10 more videos because I don't know, it's never ending. Anyway guys, take care. Bye.